to the Inspired Riding Podcast. I'm your host, Beth Lauren Parrish. As a certified riding instructor, remote coach, and animal communicator, I bridge the gap between your inner and outer worlds as you strive to enhance all aspects of your riding. I'm here to remind you that you are powerful and more than capable of changing your reality with your horse time. In this podcast, I'm going to share with you some balance tips that you can use at home to help you in the saddle. The first one is awareness. Think about how you're sitting or standing right now. Experiment with putting more weight on your opposite side than you usually do. You could even cross your legs on one side and then switch back. Breathe and continue to shift between the two sides. If you can, stand on one foot, then the other. Now let's make a game of it. Stand on one foot, count how many breaths you take before you need to put your foot down. Now do that on the other side. Was it the same? It's really cool to play with these kinds of things and help yourself even out. So the next tip is all about getting curious. I know this is hard for some people, but it's actually one of the best ways to figure out what's going on with your body. I simply want you to lay down on a yoga mat or a nice carpet and just notice if you're holding any tension in your body. Breathe and allow the tension to soften and float away. Ask your body what it needs to feel more balanced. Allow yourself to relax and be open to whatever comes up. You might feel motivated to do a certain stretch or simply see what you need to do to be in a more balanced way. Be sure to thank your body for all that it does for you. Tip number 3, get playful. Put on some music and dance around. Notice if you favor putting weight on one side more than the other. As you move in a freestyle way, see if you can try different dance moves you've never done before. Go wild. Have more fun. And if you are in the Inspired Riders group, you will see that I have what's called the 30-second dance party button. You press it and one of 5 songs will come up for 30 seconds, and it's a great way to shift your world for a little bit and get yourself moving around. It's so much fun. So if you're not in the group, I hope you'll join us and you'll get to see that video. Tip number 4. Now, use childlike energy. And I want you to go either outside if you have your arena right outside, or just your front yard or backyard, or if you have a large enough space in your house. And I want you to ignite your inner child, activate it, and imagine you are your horse. And I want you to begin to trot and canter around like the most balanced horse you can imagine. You're going to trot quickly and then do an abrupt halt and notice what your body needs to do to adjust. Now, see if you can canter around and do some simple lead changes. And then maybe even some flying lead changes. Is one lead easier than the other? Now try counter canter as you move on a circle. That one's the hardest for me. If you didn't know, I have a lot of metal in my body. I'm like the bionic woman. So I have a 9-inch plate in my femur and an anchor in my knee, same leg. So it makes it a little bit tricky to do the counter canter, but it's definitely good to be aware of. And all of this will help you bring more awareness for your body and have better body control. And of course, you'll be more balanced when it's time to ride again in the saddle, because you'll understand how it feels more on the ground. This is also really good to be aware of, not to expect our horses to move perfectly balanced, because if our bodies are having a little trouble, you can bet that they will as well. So I like to think of ways to be their cheerleader and let them know, hey, it's going to be okay. We're going to get this evened out, and just know that it's going to be a little bit more time than you might expect, and just be patient and be kind. It's sort of like if I were to ask you to pick up a pen with your non-dominant hand and expect you to write just as beautifully. So if your horse has trouble going one way more than the other, just let them know, hey, we'll get it little by little, one stride at a time. Tip number 5, strength training. So this is my disclaimer. I'm not a fitness guru, so please check with your professionals before trying any of these exercises. I just want to share what I've been doing to help build up my balance. So I know this is a big one, and the stronger you are, the easier you'll find your balance. If you can find ways to engage your core and your abs in very quick ways and be able to relax them as well, then you'll be well on your way to catching yourself and coming back to center anytime you feel like you're a little bit wobbly. You want to feel like one of those weighted dolls, so if someone were to push you, you'd come right back to center. So some of my favorite exercises are getting on a balance ball, and with your stomach on the balance ball, and you put out opposite hand and opposite leg on a diagonal, and then you switch. I call that kind of like your Supergirl exercise. And then just sitting on a balance ball and just seeing if you can play around with just bouncing on it a little bit and moving all around and just noticing if you move one side to the other, again, like my first tip, if you can find your center again. And then I really like to do sit-ups off of the ball, so you just kind of get it on your back, and then you just do very slowly sitting up. And if you want to see the video to this, you'll also get to see that in the Inspired Riders group. So you can join on facebook.com/groups/Inspired Riders. The next one I love to do is cat-cow, where you're on your hands and knees, and you arch your back, and then you let your belly relax down. That one's really good to do. So if you did just like 10 of those each day, that's going to help you with your balance, your strength, and your suppleness. The bicycle's really fun if you lay on your back. I say fun, it's actually hard, but if you just let your elbow go to your knee on opposite sides and then keep switching, that'll be really good for your core as well. Any kind of yoga you can do is wonderful. I really love doing yoga with Adrienne. She's fantastic if you haven't heard of her. And then kettlebell swings. That's a really wonderful way to strengthen your body overall. But of course, listen to your body, go as slow as you need to, and always look up proper ways to do these things. And foam rolling is my favorite after activity. So if I notice I'm a little bit tight in certain parts of my body, I will just try to roll it out. And let me tell you, it's not easy in the beginning. Sometimes you'll even feel like crying when you're trying to roll out the tight parts, but it's worth it, and it'll get better. And it will really help you relax your body and relax your muscles, because when your muscles are relaxed, then they can actually engage and help you with your balance. So here's another thing you can play with. You can go back to that first exercise and lift one foot up. And while you're up there, while you have your foot up there, see if you can hold tension really tight, maybe even like hold your breath. And then see how hard it is to hold that foot up. And then relax and breathe out and keep breathing and feel yourself become more fluid and continue to hold your foot up and see if that makes it easier. So I'm willing to bet that the relaxed feeling is going to help you stay more balanced. Okay, tip number 6, the power of your mind and heart. If you haven't heard by now, I absolutely love meditations. I've created my own for Inspired Riding, and you can find those on inspiredriding.com/meditations. And there are 14 there, and they're all for specific issues and really help build your confidence and transform your riding. And we have over 100 Inspired Riders that have purchased them, and they absolutely love them. So one of the ways you can simply use meditation, even if you don't have these meditations, is to just listen to some quiet music or just listen to your breathing, get really quiet, and visualize your most perfect balanced ride. And you can also tune in with your horse and ask on a heart level. So just breathe into your heart, breathe into your horse's heart, and ask them what they suggest as the best way for your body to be more balanced. Once you get these insights, you can adjust your creative visualization to utilize their suggestions. And that's what Inspired Riding is all about. You connect to your own intuition, connect to your horse's thoughts and advice, and then you've got a powerful way to connect and grow together. So, of course, the inspired riding meditations will help with all of this. The ones I suggest would be the body wisdom. Body wisdom allows you to tune in with your body and ask what it needs, and then it'll have a perfect blueprint that you can merge with, and from there you get to visit your horse and have a play with them. So it's like the trifecta in one meditation. There's the heart meditation, where you can connect with your heart and just ask what messages are waiting for you. And then, of course, there's the horse meditation, and that's just called horse wisdom. And you can listen to my voice guiding you to connect with your horse in a beautiful way. And then finally, the last tip, do your best to use your non-dominant hand. Like I mentioned before, you can try brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand, brushing your hair, grabbing your silverware. Start to activate your opposite side of your body as much as possible. Another great side effect to this experiment, it will force you to slow down. And if you hadn't heard by now, that's one of my main things I teach my clients. Slow down. Assess what's going on. Have more awareness. Breathe. And know that everything's going to get better once you slow down and fine-tune your intuition and connect with your heart and your horse's heart. So let me know what you thought of these tips. You can reach out to me on my website, inspiredriding.com. I have a contact page there. And if you need any more clarification, let me know. I'm really glad you took this time to listen to this podcast. And be sure to find me in the Facebook group. Again, it's facebook.com/groups/inspired riders. If you liked this podcast, I would absolutely love and appreciate if you could create a review. Remember to lead with kindness for yourself and for your horse. Thank you so much for listening, and may the horse be with you always.